Have you ever wondered how you could create a cozy minimal home without buying more stuff? Well, today I'm going to share some tips on how you can do that by using what you already have and keeping in your home what brings you joy. First, we're going to talk about minimalism, and I feel like minimalism can be defined different for everyone. For me, minimalism means just having a few simple things that bring me joy. It doesn't mean I have to have an empty room. So we're going to use the example of just the couch. You can see the couch I'm sitting on here. It does have one pillow on each end, one throw pillow on each end. And for me, I don't mind having a few extra throw pillows. I even have one here that's behind my back. And for this couch, it's okay. On my main couches, I have one pillow on each end and a throw blanket, because when I'm cold, I want to be able to cover up that throw blanket. So having those few little things, just simple things on your couch, to me, it means, it's still minimal, but it also makes it cozy and warm. So I don't mind having just a few extra things on my couch. So it's not about having an empty room, it's about getting rid of the things that don't bring you joy so you can make room for the things that will bring you joy. Now we're going to talk about consumerism, where you think you need to go and just buy more stuff. Let me tell you, you don't need to go and buy more stuff. I'm going to use the example of Target. You know, when you walk into Target and you see the dollar section, which is now the $5 section, you walk in, you see all the cute little things. It can be home decor, it can be organizing stuff, it can be, whichever season we're in. I've done it before. I know it happens, but I don't do it anymore. Anyway, you walk in, you see all the stuff. So right now we're in the spring season, so I'll use that example. You see the cute little bunny, you put it in your basket. Now you're going up and down all these little aisles, and before you know it, you have 5 or 6 more items in your basket. Well, now you're going to go and get what you actually came in for. Check out, come home, now I'm home. What happens? I put up the stuff I needed to get. Well, now all these little items I came home with, I don't know where to put them. I got to figure out where to put them. I'm starting to get overwhelmed. I'm starting to get stressed. Where am I going to put all this? What am I going to do with it? Well, now you created a whole nother situation for yourself, and you've also wasted time trying to figure out where are you going to put it all. So what I'm going to encourage you to do next is follow the 24-hour rule. So we're going to talk about that next. So what is the 24-hour rule? The 24-hour rule means when I go into the store and I see the few things I didn't come in to get, I'm going to leave them there. I'm going to bypass them, leave them there, come home, and then you're going to give yourself 24 hours to think about it. You're going to think about, do I really need these items? If I bring them home, where am I going to put them? When the season's over, do I have a place to store them? Those are some questions you're going to ask yourself. And y'all, I've practiced this before and it actually does work. There's been quite a few times I'll go into a store, I see something in season that looks so cute and I think I need it. What do? I come home, give myself 24 hours to think about it, and most of the time I don't go back. I've practiced this a lot in the recent years and it actually works. So give yourself 24 hours. You want to create a home that is calm and peaceful, not a home that's stressful and chaotic. The next tip is a simple tip, and it's one I use a lot of, and it is shop your home. I've been doing this in the recent years, and it is a great tip to keep me from going out and buying more stuff. Basically, you're going to take, say you have a vase in separate rooms, you're going to take those vases and switch them. Just switch them up. I do that a lot with my vases, and it's just going to give that space a new, fresh, and cozy look. Or maybe it's your throw pillows. I've done this before. Take, pillows from one couch to another, one chair to another, and switch them out. Or maybe it's throw blankets. Just think about some things you have that are decorative that you can switch out in each, different rooms, and it's going to give those spaces a new, fresh, and cozy look. And that's going to keep you from going out and buying more stuff. The next tip is the one in, one out rule. And y'all, when I learned this, it saved me a lot of stress from keeping more in my home. And basically what you're gonna do is, say you have a spatula or a pan that's just worn out, well, it's time to replace them. Go ahead and find that item, the new item that you need, bring it home, and then you're gonna go ahead, if it's your spatula, get rid of the old spatula, replace it with the new one. It's that easy. If it's the pan that's worn out, get rid of it and replace it with the new pan. It's very simple. Another area that I really loved when I learned this rule was with my jeans. I used to have so many jeans. Once I pared them down, what I learned is what I had left, if I needed to go get a new pair, say there was one worn out or it didn't fit, I could simply go find that pair of jeans, bring it home, and then replace the old ones with the new jeans. So I'm getting rid of the old ones, I'm taking them out, and I'm bringing in the new. So that keeps all of your spaces in your home a lot less calm and a lot less cluttered. Now we're going to talk about less is better. Think about it. Do you really need 5 spatulas? Do you really need 20 pairs of jeans or 40 pairs of shoes? Probably not. And y'all, I've been one to have had those 20 pairs of jeans. And what I finally realized is I had all those jeans sitting in my closet for a couple of years probably, and I wasn't even wearing but maybe less than a couple of pairs. And what happened was, over time, styles changed. I didn't want to wear them anymore. And then I gained some weight and the jeans didn't fit me right anymore. So finally, I made myself get rid of those jeans, and I ended up with about 2 pairs that actually fit and that I was actually wearing. So what I learned is just getting rid of all those jeans. It gave me a lot more space. It allowed me to breathe easier, and I could wear just the jeans that brought me joy. And then I did go out and get a couple more pairs because I wanted to have a few more that I could switch in and out, and I had room to put those pairs into my closet. So if you simply start just decluttering, start small. It could just be one category, one space, one shelf, one corner. Don't try to do a whole room. Start small. You're going to feel a whole lot better if you start decluttering. And it may take you a year or two to do it, but in the end, you're going to feel like you rewarded yourself with, a lot less cluttered space. Your house is going to be more calm and cozy. You're going to be able to breathe and enjoy things. And just remember, less is better. Now I want to share my own decluttering organizing journey that's helped keep our home calm, cozy, and minimal. And this did not happen overnight. It has taken us years to get to where we are now. As of now, our daughters are young adults. When they were young, that's when I started decluttering. And I would say the biggest categories, as you know, when they're young, is going to be your toys and your clothes. We would declutter right before Christmas. After Christmas, if they got duplicates on toys or clothes, or like items, we probably would declutter those. The next time would be at the end of the school year and beginning of summer. That was a great time to declutter. And then right before school, it was usually just the clothes because you're getting ready to get, clothes for school or those kind of things. So about 3 to 4 times a year, we would declutter those categories for them. And then I do feel like decluttering, it just changes with seasons. It just depends on the seasons of life, the year you're in, the stages you're in. It's constantly changing. So it just depends. Some years you may not declutter lots. Other years it may be more. It's constantly changing. And I will tell you, the last 3 to 5 years, that's been the biggest declutter phase for both my husband and I. We actually had a little bit of work done on our closet, and we pulled everything out of our closet. This is where it started. We pulled everything out. We didn't realize we had so much stuff in our own closet alone. We started decluttering things that we've kept for so many years that you never would thought we would have decluttered. And that really started a big decluttering journey for us. So we've gotten rid of so much stuff with that closet journey. So I encourage you, if you have a lot in your closet, pull it all out. We had I wish I could have filmed it. We had a whole room full of stuff to declutter. So anyway, pull it all out, declutter it. So that started our biggest last 3 to 5 year journey of decluttering a lot. And then we went to our garage. We got rid of tons of stuff in our garage that had just been sitting there that we just hadn't used. It was time to go. And then just from room to room. And I constantly still find things I need to declutter. But that was a big change in our life, is when our girls became young adults, we started decluttering the most in our home. We want to enjoy the time we can with them because now they're not home as much. One has moved out, one is still here. So when we can enjoy the time with them, I don't have to worry about, having so much stuff I don't know what to do with it. The biggest category for me was the home decor. Home decor was huge. I had to get rid of so much home decor. I was so proud of myself that I did it because I used to decorate quite a bit for each holiday. I don't do that anymore. Our biggest holiday is Christmas. We love Christmas. My husband and I both share Christmas. I do the inside. He'll help me do the trees. He does the outside. So we love Christmas. We still pull a little bit more out for that, but I have decluttered that category as well. So decluttering in the home decor and just going room by room, we have decluttered so much. And I would say, I encourage you, if you can do it, start now, because each year you're going to learn a little bit more. It's going to get a little bit easier. It's going to make your home feel a lot more calm, cozy, and less stressful. And of course, less cluttered. You're going to enjoy it more. Just keep the things in your home that you enjoy, and you're going to be a lot more happier in the end.